Some of us get complacent. I train every day.
But not at the expense of my duty.
Here's hoping we don't run into any trouble today.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
It would allow us to save our strength. Assuming we're not attacked, that is.
Come of this. It falls on me to resolve this.
This ox cart's bound for Mel. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on. Out of the car.
Oh, not stand!
Foremost priority is to douse those flames. Well done. My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a moment.
Want the ogre's attention, Master. Try to keep it occupied. I can't want this opportunity. This bow is brought to women as a moth to a flame.
Such single-mindedness makes our enemies predictable, but not necessarily easier to counter.
We've an opening. Focus your attacks.
A focused attack will end this foe. If we're to have any hope of victory, we must deploy every tool and tactic at our disposal.
We trounced out well and true.
Confidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
Where are you going?
I see a ladder yonder, but we can't.
This ox cart's bound for Mel.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here.
We ought to take a closer look.
I've lost track of time. This place is too long.
Halt! Who goes there? This village is under the direct authority of Her Grace the Queen Regent. We are to grant no unknown persons entry. Glad we understand each other. You may pass.
We shall await you here, Master.
Off to jail with you.
I've a selection of wares that's sure to please. Let me know what you need. Might have just the thing. Hope to see you again.
Stop this! I beg of you!
That's enough.
It hurts. You shall not get away!
This is more than I can bear.
I'm not sure what's best.
That's it! Let's fire upon you! I'm a goner.
Well met. Glad to see you in good health. The tyranny of the Queen Regent's faction knows no bounds. Passage into and out of the village is restricted, and we're being treated as slaves. I had intended to endure it till Ulrika returned to us, but I fear the villagers have already reached their limit. I'll be honest with you, as you've earned my trust. We've a mind to leave this village for good. The Dragon's Flame has devastated the land here. Many of the villagers question whether it is worth attempting to restore it. When I mentioned as much in a letter I had smuggled to Ulrika, she told me that the village she's staying in would be glad to take us in. Only problem is how we're going to get past the soldiers. They've confiscated all weapons to forestall our escape. Perhaps if we could reclaim the stolen weapons or find a means of procuring some anew, we could force our way out through strength of arms. Alas, we villagers are kept under constant watch. It would be unwise for us to attempt aught on our own. You are our only hope in this matter. Pray, lend us your aid. How are you faring? Have you been able to procure any weapons for... Your choice to make, I suppose.
Should your pack grow over full, have no fear.
I'm done for.
I cannot bear it. At heart, I am but a craven.
That's it!
Stop this! I beg of you!
That's enough.
Hail! I've not forgotten what you did, helping me save my brother. Would that I could return the favour. But we've a bit of a situation here, if you hadn't noticed. Our weapons are being kept in yon storeroom, with those cowards stationed in and around it day and night.
Say, mayhap we could distract them. Then someone could slip in and...
Are you mad? We're simple villagers, no match for trained soldiers. But I suppose someone's got to act. All right, how's this? We'll draw the guards' attention, giving you a chance to sneak in and get our weapons back. You'll do it then? Right! You wait here. We'll have him away from his post in a trice. Just you watch.
What do you think you're doing here? Halt!
Stop this! I beg of you!
That's enough.
It hurts.
Know you of the brine? Monsters they are, what haunt the deep. Shallow waters are safe, but venture somewhere as deep as you are tall, and their dreadful red claws will drag you under. Becoming a feast for the brine isn't a pretty way to go. So take care when you pass by rivers and walk the shore, eh?
Stop this! I beg of you!
That's enough.
You dare incite my wrath?
Oh, fie, that hurts!
Be gone from here if you value your life.
Stop this! I beg of you!
You've nowhere to go.
That's it!
How are you faring? Have you been able to procure any weapons for us? You've reclaimed our weapons. Well done, sir. I am certain the other villagers shall be glad to arm themselves with their weapons of choice. My thanks. I'd wager we stand a fighting chance now. The time has come to leave this village behind.
I've got you cornered, rat.
Don't fret, I've got you. With me! Hold your ground. Do not let our foe approach. Have courage!
Retreat! We must withdraw and regroup.
You have my gratitude for all you've done on our behalf. We'll make for the village Ulrika staying in on our own from here. If I were you, I'd leave this place afore reinforcements arrive. At any rate, this is where we part ways. But if you're of a mind to visit, know that we'll welcome you into our new homes with open arms. Till then, farewell.
Very well. I shall return.
It's this way.
Fine. This ox cart's bound. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
You want to play?
Think you stand a chance?
Fine.
Not on your life.
Out of the car.
remain vigilant.
Bear in mind that the priests seek out women with unwavering persistence.
Such single-mindedness makes our enemies but not necessarily easy to counter. Continue our onslaught, and the behemoth will soon recover. Strike once, and the horror shall fall.
Make it quick, I ain't...
Where are you going?
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit. The hours
That's it, my
enjoy
ways.
life where and when I can.
Need anything? Many thanks.
And I shall remain by your side.
This might be worth a read.
Let's have a look then.
Sworn I had all to attend to. Quite the predicament.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
It seems we must part ways for the time being.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
Always sets me to thinking.
Crowns and politics are no concern.
Pour out his eyes.
Ought to set my nose to the ground.
Happy voices carried on the wind. Where to now?
Lonely place. I'll go on without its charms.
This place is very dreary.
As quiet as a mouse.
Hope I didn't leave the pot on to boil.
What's going on? They're tired of it.
A lonely place. Delightful breeze.
Feel weary with no one about.
Mayhap I'll go on an adventure of my own. Got to keep my arms strong and mind sharp.
He always puts me in a content. So many happy voices carried on the wind.
Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off.
Each their own. The world's better. Always sets me to thinking.
Oh, please let that another tomato.
You know, many of our patrons wish to take me for themselves. Yet there is something different about you. How curious. I lived a simpler life once, but one man changed all that. 'Tis no simple matter for a woman to make it this far on her lonesome. Yet after all this time, here I am. Here I am. 'Tis no simple Here I am.
No one will disturb me here.
Could earn a decent wage if I find myself.
Very well. I shall return.
I've walked home and I know how to swim.
Where to now? Suppose I'm tired.
Wouldn't say no to a bit of
Barely
this.
slept a wink.
Welcome. Take opportunities as they come, I say.
We must rest, though the sun is...
I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
Shall we get some rest, then?
I overheard some of the soldiers standing guard outside the palace discussing a curious rumor.
Regarding the Queen Regent? And an important personage, you mean?
Indeed. Some suppose there is more to her relationship with this Batali dignitary than is publicly known.
Need anything? Many thanks.
I'll gladly stay a while.
Good heavens! The patron is crawling with nuts.
Just about ready to fall asleep in my
Let's get to work.
A good sleep will end.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come. We've much to begin. Getting onward.
went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
All people fear the dragon, yet 'tisn't the threat it seems. Why must I explain? The proof...
Might I interest you in my... humble way. Hope to see you again.
I heard what transpired. Thank you for fighting on my people's behalf. You cannot imagine my relief when I beheld that everyone had made it out unharmed. Say, would you visit me again once night has fallen? There's aught I would show you. Say...
Appreciate it.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master.
You're no fisher. I can tell at a glance.
For bread and board, you'll find none better. Glad to be of service, sir. For bread and board, you'll find none better. Glad to be of service, sir.
Got to hope for a bigger haul today.
A common reward. Frustratingly so.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner.
Well met, sir. For bread and board, you'll find none better. Glad to be of service, sir.
I've not much to offer you. You, sir, I fear.
Well met, sir.
Say...
Living's hard, but dreams are free.
You're wasting your time talking to me.
Always sets me to think.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Do come again.
Life's naught but a cycle of war and peace.
Perhaps you've some work to offer me, no?
You've come. Glad I am to see you. Follow me, if you would. Tis a strange thing. I ne'er knew how vast the sky was, till I left Mel behind. Time and again you have come to my aid. Would that I could repay you in some way. Alas, there is little I have to offer. Yet, if your heart e'er aches for a place to call home, then may this village... No, not the village. If e'er you're in need of a hearth to return to, then let it be mine. We may face, I shall see this village and its people safely through them all. Whate'er trials we may... There's comfort. In the humdrum of days...
What's become of my fur? Used to be much silkier.
I try to take life one day.
Heard of any ways to make some easy...
Won't someone do aught about this?
Word at last.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself. We shall remain here.
I'm not sure what to do with myself today.
I'll bet this place has its share of secrets.
Always sets me to thinking, this place.
All I need...
My sincerest apologies. Lady Wilhelmina is attending to a patron at present.
Politics are no concern of mine.
lovely disposition.
Oh dear. What am I to do?
Have you given the matter some more thought, Wilhelmina? I would have no other as my personal courtesan. I want you all to myself. When I imagine you in the arms of another, my heart feels apt to rend itself from my breast.
Allard, pray forgive me, but I think 'twould be best for you to leave. We can discuss this matter another time.
But why? We've only just...
I am attending to a burden that all women must bear. I trust I need not elaborate further. I did not take you for the voyeuristic type. Why don't you come in? You have my thanks. Had I not noticed your presence, I might have slain him there and then. 'Tis no jest. You see, everything I've done these past few years has been leading up to this. I am here to kill him. But I cannot simply end his life. Oh no. I must first expose his misdeeds. Only then will I allow myself to grant him the miserable end he deserves. Or so I'd sworn, but I've yet to find a single shred of evidence. Perhaps the time has come to surrender this crusade. You would lend me your aid. But I've done nary a thing to earn it. And recall that I've devoted years of my life to his pursuit, with naught to show for my troubles. If the proof I seek yet exists, 'twill not be so easily uncovered. I suppose there is truly naught I can do, save deliver him a gruesome demise for all to behold, that is. Still, if you insist upon searching for evidence of his crimes, 3 days. I will give you 3 days to find what you seek. I shall wait patiently, though not with bated breath. I don't imagine you'll find aught so long after the fact. And yet, when I look into your eyes, I find myself strangely hopeful. Still, I shan't grant you more than 3 days. You'd best be off.
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Do we know of anyone privy to the goings-on in the palace?
What are we to do?
Someone talked about this. Just take it easy, Bones.
Greetings. You need only make a worthy offering. I have seen your path. May these words... You've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you. Greetings. You need only make a worthy offering. I have seen your path. You've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you.
I'm barely scraping by.
Tad Rowdy, the rules at your...
Why is this not saying?
How do you fare? Say, would you be willing to do me a favor? Thank you kindly. I hadn't thought I could grow so fond of someone. Whate'er trials we may face,
Too much excitement is rarely good.
Now it is a welcome sight.
We seem to have arrived without issue. But are we safe here?
Then I shall remain by your side.
Far too many people. I've not much to offer you, sir.
Know you of the brine? Shallow waters are becoming a feast for the brine isn't a pretty way to...
Hail, Arisen. 'Tis plain you've been training diligently in my absence.
I'd best tidy up a bit before I custom.
Might I interest you in my humble wares? Hope to see you again.
Well met, son.
thank you kindly. Would you accept this humble reward? Whate'er trials we...
Quite a predicament.
Can't wait for the new equipment to come in.
It seems we must part ways for the time being.
much quiet, you blessing.
You wish to expose Allard's misdeeds. I know not whether I can assist you in this, friend. Ah, but of course, Patrick may know aught that could aid you. Go to his manor come nightfall. If you say you are in my employ, you should be allowed entry with no issue. Hail, friend! You've come at a good time. I was just hoping to speak with you. Have you heard aught of the masquerades being held in the palace of late? 'Tis said they are in celebration of the sovereign's valorous deeds. However, in truth, my mother is merely holding them to strengthen her ties with her closest retainers. But therein lies our chance, for I suspect one among them might prove an ally to our cause, a man by the name of Patrick. Might I ask you to infiltrate one of these masquerades and give him this letter? I imagine that's the most prudent way to go about this. You have my thanks. I would handle this matter myself, but I am afraid I cannot attend the masquerades. Mother refuses to allow it. I will speak with a sentinel I trust, and bid that he ease his patrol on the evening in question. Pray, make use of this opportunity to slip into the venue. Patrick will be wearing a mask without a mane, and a blue cape, I believe. Hopefully this information will be enough for you to seek him out. Come to think of it, there has been tell of some important figure from a neighboring country being invited as well. I've not been told much, but any guest of my mother's is bound to be the mark of much attention. Mayhap 'twould be best to stay away from this figure, lest you attract unwanted notice. You should be going now, friend. You're not meant to be here in the first place. Pray, call upon Patrick at his manor. I will tell him to expect company.
My sword arm could use some work. My sword arm could use some work. So tight.
Would that such peace?
I'd sooner stay out of the battle where it was. I've trained in this.
Seems my feet always lead me here.
I'm in fine.
Very well. I shall return.
Pleasant spot to while away an afternoon. I'm quite sure I wasn't dreaming, but ox carts don't run so late at night. Was it a phantom then? I shudder to think. I've no time to be social. I've too much to do.
All my days are so tranquil. Where to now?
If I grin and bear it, I'll make it through.
Nice being pretty kind to me, come to think of it. I'll do as I please.
I'm not getting in anyone's way. Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I? So they better get to work.
Quickly now! Our master beckons!
Understood.
Would that all my days were so
Idleness is a luxury.
So tired.
I'm sure I can handle this.
What, you're a wild patrolling? Want to win a real battle? Oh, work.
We must rest, though the... Open your eyes, everyone. 'Tis dark out, but our day begins.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Feeling rested, I trust?
The rules at your neck.
Time's wearing on.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Would that all my days were so tranquil.
Not much going on. Might have a little kip. Greetings.
What brings you here?
Time was, you scarce saw any. You'd think that'd be on at least starving there, but if we keep mixing, someday our...
If I grin and bear it, I'll make it through.
Could have sworn I had ought to attend to. sworn I had ought to attend to.
I've got to keep my spirits up
There's ought to
somehow.
be said for peace and
Nary a thing more tiring than making conversation.
there's ought to be said for peace and quiet.
Only person.
We shall remain here.
Lots to do. Precious little time.
Time.
Perhaps I'll have someone fetch me a cup of tea.
This place is awful dull. Can't
Dull
complain.
days for us are a sign.
What is it? Is there aught you need? Ah, I see. Thank you for giving this to me. I shall pen my answer anon. Behind closed doors, naturally.
Always the same dismal affair.
Let us refrain from speaking further. We must not draw suspicion here.
I find dressing for these occasions awful.
Let us
Carried on the wind.
Always a fresh...
Let us refrain.
Can't remember the last time I'll take any... Chance not to think on my troubles.
I'm sure I can handle this. Quite sure.
Mayhap I'll come here with the details.
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
My sword arm.
Many thanks. Patrick has already sent his reply. 'Twould seem my mother's tyranny has been weighing heavily on his heart. He has pledged to continue our correspondence and aid me in putting an end to my mother's injustices. This would not have been possible without your assistance. I am afraid I cannot offer much in the way of recompense, but pray, take this. Pray, call upon Patrick at his manor. I will tell him to expect company.
Still waiting on that report.
I must earn the keeper's
My sword arm should do some work.
Best get to work.
Tis a dreary life, this, for all its comforts.
My stomach's growling.
I only polished it this morning.
Minister Allard is a noble, yes? Do we know of anyone privy? To the goings-on in the palace?
A difficult choice indeed.
If I grin and bear it, I'll make it through.
Allard. Long have I borne witness to the man's arrogance, and long has it infuriated me. I visited his manor once. I recall that he was rather particular about the placement of his paintings. Mayhap he's concealed aught behind one. 'Tis just the sort of thing one would expect from a man who places so much stock in appearances. Shall I summon him here? You could make use of his absence to steal into his manor and inspect his art collection. Excellent. I will send word to him presently of some urgent matter that requires his intervention. Once you've seen him depart his manor, make your way inside and stay alert. We may not get a second chance at this.
Let me get that.
Silence cultivates wisdom. welcome respite.
Perhaps this will serve as evidence.
Up at dawn, done by dusk.
Such quietude is a blessing. It is quiet about. Always the same, day after day. Just how I like it. Can't wait for the new equipment to come in.
Those new recruits can barely lift their swords.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Lots to do.
Living's hard, but dreams are free, I say. Greetings. You need only make a worthy offer. I have seen your path. You've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you.
I'm not the only one. Wish I did.
Well met, suppose I'm a sucker that could use some.
As a reward for your Majesty's efforts, you have been invited to attend the coronation. 'Twould seem congratulations are in order. You will, of course, require raiment befitting of the occasion. I would ask that your Majesty return once you've procured such attire. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. To think that the proprietress of the Myrmecolian was plotting such a thing under normal circumstances. I would not overlook such a clear admission of murderous intent. But this is Allard we speak of. Of all the Queen Regent's sycophants, he possesses the greatest authority. His fall from grace would do much to further our cause. But where to find the evidence we seek? Perhaps the merchants he deals with possess aught that could serve us. Merchants with connections to Allard will reside in the merchant quarter, though they're not likely to divulge their secrets readily. Some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony, I should think. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? To think that the proprietress, under normal circumstances, but this is Allard, his fall from grace. Perhaps the merchants merchants with connect some piece of physical evidence. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we worked.
Fancy a look at my wares? Need anything? Well met, son. How might I be of service? Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Time to be heading home.
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
Hope I can make some decent points.
That's one piece of evidence in hand. We might search for more, if you are so inclined, Master.
Indeed, you are correct.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a few.
I've more time than I know to be heading.
Slim pickings of late.
Welcome.
Just another way to say
Then I shall remain by your side.
Shall we get some rest then? I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust.
It's on me.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I?
Won't someone do aught about this?
That's such peace.
Didn't sleep a wink. Last night.
We shall await you here, Master.
I've little enough gold to spend as 'tis.
A place to soothe the spirit, this.
Best head to market before it slips my mind.
So, you've returned. I confess, I thought you might not. I was ready to settle things myself. Well, did you find what you were looking for? I am not in the mood for idle. Do not forget. So, I confess, I thought you might... Well, did you find what you were looking for? Thank you. I can't believe you found this. All that remains is to end that man's life with my own hands. I've no other tasks for you. This partnership of ours has come to a close. Unless you intend to see this through till the end. You're a curious one, aren't you? But what's just as curious is that I can't bring myself to refuse you. All right, if you're offering your aid, then I'll gladly accept it. Come with me. Allard is in the room to the left. Go in and restrain him for me, would you? Never mind the mask. Consider it a charm of sorts.
At last. It feels like an age has passed since... What is this? Who are you?
Don't let him escape.
Get your hands off me, you fiend! Don't you know who I am? You hang for this impudence!
Oh, Allard. I've always wanted to see you like this.
That voice... Wilhelmina! But why? Why would you...
Do you still fail to recall? Even with this mask staring you in the face. But I suppose for a man such as you, a little murder here or there is hardly worth remembering.
What mockery is this?
In your youth, you slew 2 individuals. The merchant whom you served, and his wife. They had a child, as I am sure you are aware. A newborn babe who was spirited away by her loyal wet nurse.
You mean to tell me you were their child? But how can this be? Your mother, she was a beastren. Surely her child would be one as well.
A fair assumption. But for better or worse, I didn't take after my mother. Save for in one respect. This is for my mother. And this is for my father. The time has come for all your sins to come to light, Allard.
Mr. Allard, has something happened?
We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that hideous was bound to attract some attention. We can't leave the way we came in. Fortunately, there's a window here.
You have done what you set out to do, I trust. Then
I think 'twould be best for us to make our escape separately. Should we both make it out of this unfettered, let us meet at the Myrmecolion on the morrow. Till then, be well.
As the Arisen commands, so must we abide. Show some haste.
a treasure chest. Shall we see if we can't make our way over to it?
Have we purchased all that we require? We ought to review the contents of our packs, just to be sure. One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
One should think we'll be able to counter whatever comes our way.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
Well done, Master.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
'Twould allow us to save our strength. Assuming we're not attacked, that is.
Good day, sir. What might you be looking for?
These old bones.
Time to head to market, methinks.
Stomach's complaining. I'll have an egg.
The heavens.
Such quiet.
I swear I've not blinked once in the last hour.
Why is this not
I've barely even been to the top. My boots. Could barely drag my arse out.
come?
A good sleep will ensure we are prepared for the morrow.
Now we've the vim to tackle the day ahead.
Come, we've much to be getting on with.
Feeling rested, I trust?
You fool enough to fall for it?
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I?
Won't someone do aught about this?
Still waiting on us before.
Too quiet here for my liking.
We shall remain here. What can I say? Oh, this place sucks.
seems this old man's time.
Thank you. I finally achieved my purpose here, and I owe it all to you. 'Twould seem the residents of the palace have chosen to treat Allard's untimely passing as an accident. I imagine they deemed it safer not to make a fuss of the incident after perusing the evidence you uncovered for me. Shrewd as a den of foxes. I'll give them that. I truly cannot thank you enough. But I want to try. Just this once, I'll give you something special. I'll grant unto you the sweetest of dreams. I know not what I would do without you. You have my thanks, but 'tis time to say farewell for now. Just know that my bordlery will e'er be your haven, should you have need of it.
To go right to treat me as a slave. Fine spot to take my...
Got to earn my coin while I can, I suppose.
Would that I had a helping hand.
It's delightful.
On me to bear what young show. Seems my humming would be unwelcome.
Nice place to sit. Watch.
I should very much like to rejoin you, Master.
Sir Ludolf's lust knows no bounds. This time he's set his sights on the Watchhead's missus. Still, however pressed, no man is like to hand her his own wife, eh? The Watchhead refused, and rightly so. But his lordship doesn't take no for an answer. He employed his usual method, which is to say, he dispatched the Watchhead on a mission to slay a Dullahan. Poor old Gregor departed last night. I'm sorry to say it, but he shan't be returning alive. That's the sort of man that noble is, you see. Naught noble about him, if you ask me. That tyrannical Sir Ludolf thinks he can do whatever he likes. And, well, mayhap he's right. He had the Watchhead himself sent off to fell a
It's a good time, this place.
My back!
Something good will come up today. I just know it.
Fancy a look at my wares? Need anything? Many thanks.
What to do?
Something good will come up today. I just know
Can't complain, mine.
Lots to do, and precious little time.
Now to report to Captain Brunt. The person we're here to meet is nowhere to be seen. Shall we come back later?
The current hour ill suits our progress. Let us visit an inn or make camp and set out again later.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we do not forget that we work to... There is much we ought to tend to. If we are... Or shall change once we have attended the coronation. If your majesty has any unfinished business to attend to, 'tis best you do so afore we depart. Very well. The coronation is to take place on the morrow. We shall depart early in the morn, so your majesty would do well to get a good night's rest.
Master! Pray leave this place. My body, it refuses to obey me. There is a voice within my mind. It commands me, sways my very will.
Sways your will? Could it be that the gods sway? We must quit this place, your majesty. I fear our plans may fall to naught. Let us return to the tavern. We've been had. The false sovereign commanded the pawns at the coronation, proving his own power has arisen. According to Regent King Sven, the pretender was wearing some sort of lavish necklace at the time. I imagine this artifact is the godsway mentioned in that letter. Perchance 'tis a tool that grants power akin to that of the true arisen. 'Twould do much to explain the events that we have beheld afore now. Alas, unless we find some way to unmake this godsway's power, proving your majesty's legitimacy shall be difficult indeed. Allow me to speak to the agent we captured some days past. Perchance he knows aught of use.
Never could I have imagined such an outcome. What manner of artifact is this godsway? I suppose 'tis pointless to ponder. Let us await the results of Captain Brant's investigation.
True enough.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Pray, allow me time to search for a way forward. I shall inform your majesty when I have prepared a plan of action. Is there aught else you would speak of, your majesty? Do not forget that we worked...
Yes, Master.
Shall we get some rest then? It appears night has fallen while we slept.
Shall we check our packs and be off?
Feeling rested, I trust.
Shall we report this development to Captain Brant? We're here, and none the worse for wear.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim as a true arisen. If the information we pry from the agent is to be believed, there is a place in Batal devoted to the study of arts most queer. I believe it is worthy of investigation. Should fortune smile upon us, your majesty may even discover some method of undoing the godsway's hold over the pawns. Yet official dealings twixt Vermund and Batal are suspended, and 'tis no simple matter to gain passage through the latter's fortress. Fortunately for us, however, the agent was hiding this on his person. I bid you take it. 'Tis an entry permit, allowing passage through Batal's fortress. It even bears the crest of the Batali Palace. It must have been commissioned by someone with great influence. I doubt any would dare impede your passage with such an item in your possession. There is one other thing, Your Majesty. With the permit came information I found most intriguing. An oracle who once served in the Vermondian court now resides in Batal. This oracle foretold the coming of the Arisen and was banished from the kingdom when her prophecy displeased the Queen Regent. Indeed, 'twas by this same oracle's power that the agent in question came to know of Your Majesty's whereabouts. The oracle knows much of the Arisen. Should you make her acquaintance, she may be able to offer you aid during your infiltration. You have my fullest confidence. The way to Batal should be open to you if you make use of that entry permit. When you arrive, you would do well to seek out the Oracle. Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work to serve the...
You the Arisen? I've been looking for you. Sven wants to meet with you. Says he'll be waiting in his quarters.
A crime committed here will see one confined to jail.
I've heard that jailers are paid a pittance, despite the hardships of their work.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Still waiting on that report.
I like to come here when I need a mate.
It seems we must part ways for the time being.
I heard from Captain Brandt that you plan to make for Batal in order to continue your investigation. As for me, I've been looking into my mother's movements since last we met, and I happened upon this. 'Tis a letter she discarded, only half written. It seems to be addressed to someone called Phaesus. I passed an eye o'er it, though I failed to grasp its meaning, or what compelled her to throw it away. Here, I thought it best that you have it. Mayhap you could glean aught from it that I could not. And if you do, would you be so kind as to share it with me? That is, only if you've the time to spare. I am in no position to make demands, of course. Glad I am to see you well. I've been wondering how you were getting on. No progress as yet, then. Well...
My sword arm could use some work. Sometimes I wonder if us are a sign that all is well. A bloody starving. Duty to see this peace.
What might I find?
Oh, this is quite the dark.
A welcome respite from all that hustle and bustle.
I'm not risking my life for a pistol.
Such peace.
No dawdling. The Arisen calls.
Understood.
I've more time than I know how to spend. Lots to do.
Greetings. You need only make a worthy offering. I have seen your path. You've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you.
All this quiet makes me come more anxious.
I'm surrounded by winds on all sides. Mayhap if I hang about, someone will buy aught. Dead on my feet.
What is it? Have you brought me something to sate my unquenchable thirst for knowledge? A book, perchance? Oh, a letter, is it? Let's see here. But know that tonight the moon shall again be shrouded in a veil of gossamer clouds, awaiting the return of the sun's warming glow. Well, well. I'd not thought Disa the capacity for such refinement. 'Tis a love letter of a sort, one that draws on ancient symbolism to convey its message. The moon represents a woman, the sun, a man. Put simply, what this letter means to communicate is, I miss you. Ha! A surprisingly saccharine sentiment coming from the Queen Regent. Would you not agree? I know not who this Phaesus is, though 'tis safe to say that Disa is rather invested in him. What concerns me is this godsway mentioned in the first line. If we can take this letter at its word, and 'twas indeed granted to the Queen Regent, we can surmise that it must be something tangible, an object. As to what manner of object, however, I can only begin to guess, and I'm not one for pointless conjecture. I suspect someone of Batali heritage might be able to tell you more. I must confess I'd not thought Disa capable of such flowery language, let alone in the form of a love letter. Yet I'm far more intrigued by this god's...
Very well. I shall return.
Prepare to engage!
Something smells divine. So tired. I'm barely the vim to time my
Lots to look
boots.
forward to, but a long day of work.
Their wind's coming.
Sorry,
Oh, good to see everyone.
Who there? How have you fared? Might I beg a favor of you? You have my gratitude.
It's good to see people in such high spirits.
This place is lovely. I might stay a while.
I'm sure I can handle this. Look, as long as you please.
What should I do?
'Tis good to see you again. I ne'er tire of our talk.
Greetings. You need only make a worthy... I have seen your path. Make... You've my gratitude. 'Tis lovely to see you.
Seems my feet always lead me here. Might as well take a look while you're here, eh? Need anything? Many thanks.
Welcome to... And quality is what you need if you want to... If quality is your concern, you're in the right place. Hope to see you again.
Do stop and have a look. I've wares of every ilk. I must earn today.
I've been on my feet all day. My legs are as lead.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
Walking everywhere is so...
This ox cart's bound. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
Dubious characters might lurk anywhere.
All's lost. What is
Prepare yourself!
Are you all right? It seems we had enraged our foes.
I do not use their rage to our advantage. Well aware of it. Innocent foes worthy of what save our best will do. Really now.
Under the military's purview, you see. But our hands are oft overfull with culling escort missions, so that we must trust to nature to run its course. The bodies will decay over time, and the wind... will sweep away the remains. It only takes a matter of days.
Now, what might that be?
We ought to take a closer look. And I shall remain by your side.
I know precisely when a curative is needed.
I shall take this opportunity to observe our surroundings.
Mayhap you will think this a trifle, but
Very well. I shall return.
Might test the technique I thought of yesterday.
We must focus on finding Richard, whatever our discomfort. Understood.
Trounced our foe, well and true.
Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. One can never have too many materials. I'll harvest some now. Grab hold and drag it to the ground.
Strike fast, and our quarry shall fall.
it when lying prone.
This battle will demand all our strength. We must stand together if we are to seize victory.
Nigh unstoppable when it's dropped. Most you know the chance to
How often let him attack without angering him?
Being by your side is an honor. I near tire of our talk.
Someone help me!
Someone is being attacked, Master. Perhaps we ought to...
He achieved remarkable synchronicity.
Let us aim for greater precision with our next attempt.
If I might be so bold as to impose upon you again, would you be willing to accompany me to the cenotaph and safeguard me from harm? I fear there are none else to whom I can turn, and if this is not done, the road through these grounds shall fore'er remain impassable. Pray, will you lend me your aid? Oh, thank you! I am in your care, sir.
You have my gratitude. Pray, take this, with my gratitude.
Venom harpies! Avoid their venom at all costs! Fire beams effective against this foe! I did my best to match your skill, Master.
I was the one tasked with maintaining the cenotaph.
We cannot break it from this side.
Really now?
From what I've learned, the spirits that haunt these grounds were once impelled to combat through forbidden art. The war twixt Vermont and Batal ended decades ago, yet for these poor souls it continues to this. And that bell is the only thing that can calm them. thought I'd be called upon to handle aught like that, let me tell you. See, the spell cast upon them cannot be undone. Oh, halt. This, we employ an ancient grimoire. The very same grimoire that sits at the root of all this foulness, in fact. The forbidden art that raised those spells is recorded in its paper.
These fiends are only truly defeated when their souls are smashed beyond repair.
Well, that's the long and short of it. We must move to...
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Well, that's the long and short of it.
This is a powerful weapon. A single bolt loosed from it would carry tremendous lethal force.
When better to use it in the midst of battle.
No one can defend themselves when grappled like this.
Profitable endeavor.
Oh, 'twasn't an easy journey, but here we are at last. All that remains is to ring the bell. I only pray it works. That should do it, eh? Aught seems to be well. My humblest thanks, sir. I swear I'll never shirk this sacred duty again. I'd fain reward you for your aid. Heaven knows you've earned it. But I fear times have been rather tough on me. Oh, perhaps you'd accept this key for your troubles. I happened upon it on our way here. I suppose it must unlock something on this battleground, though I confess I know not what. Still, surely it must be grand, as the key is of such ornate make. I pray 'tis to your liking, sir. happened upon that key. Still, surely a key so ornate.
Danger might lurk anywhere. Wear every shadow and mind the ceiling.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
"'Tis locked, Arisen."
We shall have to find the key then.
I happened upon... Still, surely a key...
I suppose we might as well gather what we can.
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
In it now. No sense getting tight.
Then I shall remain by your side.
Wish I could go on an adventure.
Got to sweep and dust before things up.
Will any find their nerve, or will they merely stare?
met, son. How might I be of service? Are you in the market for something in particular? Do come again. How might I be of service?
Interested in my wares?
Where to?
I think I've earned it.
I walk money than I know how to spend.
This is no life. We shall remain here.
Would that I ne'er had cause to draw steel.
Not ruins your day, like getting cut open.
Can't expect to fare so well every day.
Ah, we meet again. Is there aught I can assist you with? What would you have me say, showing me such a letter? Oh, I see. You know of Lord Phaesus, then. Very well. I shall share with you what little I know. Lord Phaesus is the director of the Forbidden Magic Research Lab. 'Tis true that I have had dealings with him in the past, but I was ne'er privy to more than that. Even in Batal, few people know of his existence. To a Vermundian such as myself, the man is an enigma. If you would know more, why not visit the lab yourself? Such an errand ought prove simple for the Arisen, no? You. I wonder how you must feel, having locked me away in this dismal place. Do you think yourself just? If so, you are sorely mistaken. There are many in this world who require salvation. I merely borrowed the aid of those who could offer it. Just as there are theories that may only be tested on living flesh, so are mortal bodies the sole source of certain materials. And, whatever you may think, all lives are not made equal. 'Tis the truth, whether you choose to acknowledge it or not. The sickly folk of the slums are fated to die, to waste away till death grants them its mercy. I merely gave their deaths a greater purpose. If anything, I deserve your praise, not this awful cell. So, Lubomir made a full recovery, did he? I'm sure his parents must be delighted. However hard you press, there's naught more I can share with you about the Forbidden Magic Research. If you seek more information, why not visit the place you're... So...
Would that I ne'er had cause to draw steel.
I have been waiting for you, Arisen.
I've more time than I know how to spend.
Lots to do.
The roads at your ways. Not to look forward to, a long day of work.
We must rest, though the sun is still up.
Good morrow, everyone.
Come, we've much to be...